All right, so first thing that we're gonna do for the fundamentals, when these guys are working on their offense, there's 4 spots. We got wing, slot, wing, okay? Your big man is the most important because we want him opposite side of the ball. If you're drawing offense, it's gonna be circles. If you're gonna draw the basketball, it's gonna be a dot to represent the basketball. Your big is always gonna be in the opposite side block. So if the ball is here, he's gonna be here. If the ball is here, he's gonna be here. Same thing, if the ball is here, he's going to be opposite side block. Ball's here, it's going to be opposite side block, okay? Why is that so important? Because it's opening up the driving lanes, okay? While the basketball is moving around, the big at any point in time can flash up, right? So if the ball's on the wing, let's say the ball gets swung to the wing. If it's on the wing, he can yell high, 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 and then he's going to sprint up to the he's going to sprint just below the elbow. Right, just below the elbow, right here. Okay, he can yell high, 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 high. Okay, if the basketball is in any of the slots, if he sprints up high, he's sprinting to the painter's dot. So he's sprinting to the nail. We call it the nail in basketball, right here. Okay, and if it's in a slot, he goes to the nail. He says high, high, high. If it's on the wing, he can go high, 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 but he's just below the elbow with his hands up, right? Because obviously there's a defender here. He can seal this guy in this position if the ball's here, okay? Now, the most important thing is this guy cannot be in this spot for longer than 3 seconds, right? He yells high, 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 right? He doesn't get the basketball. Hopefully, as soon as he can flash, one of our guards can hit him immediately because this is going to get the basketball in the house, which is what we want. But let's just say he doesn't get the ball gets swung, right? This guy is he's out of there. So the ball's here, right? He's just going back to where he came from, right? Opposite side, bang, right? Now, if the ball is in the wing, this is the only time where you can go strong side block. So if it's in the wing, he can yell low, 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 bang, and he can yell ball, he can yell low, 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 which is the same thing for us as calling ball. High, high, high is the same thing as calling ball. Once he calls it, he can flash here. But again, he has 2 or 3 seconds, right? If this guy doesn't give it to him, we want to get the hell out. Why do we want to get out? Because maybe if you flash back out this way, maybe this guy might have an ISO one-on-one and no one's there, right? And the cool thing is, if let's say this guy drives the basketball, the big is going to be here either wide open, or you can flash right here to this pocket and get an easy floater or easy layup, right? So that's the most important thing, right, in terms of how the big man moves, all right? So now, the next thing we're going to work on is our fundamentals in practice, okay? And these are the reps that we want to get, all right? So the first thing's going to happen is the first set, this goes for about 2 minutes for each group. We're going to swing. Right before the basketball even gets to you, first of all, you're always basically stepping into the house and popping. So let's say the ball is here. This guy knows he's about to get the basketball, so he should already be cutting. Quick paint touch, pop. This guy, before he even gets the ball, when this guy's just about to get the ball, this guy's already basically popping out the time he gets the basketball. And now what's going to happen is, as that sequence is happening, it's going to swing, swing, swing. And remember, all of these guys are cutting. Once this guy passes, he's cutting, doing a paint touch, and then he's popping back out, right? Depending on what happens next to the ball, right? So now what happens is, once the ball gets swung to here, okay, the ball just got swung there, this slot guy is going to do a face cut for a layup, right? But we're not going to hit him. He's going to go like this, fake a cut, make a cut. He's going to cut through, bang. What's this guy doing? This guy's going to do a V cut to replace. He's going to become that guy. This guy, because he was already cutting in, right? Because this guy just left the spot, he's doing an L cut, and now he's in a slot. And then obviously this guy is going to fill, right? And it's going to go back and forth like that for 2 minutes, right? That's going to be the drill for 2 minutes that you're going to work on. That's going to build that foundation, right? And then after that, we're going to do another thing for another 2 minutes.